Lisa Bremner, ARC Nutritionist here. I never expected to get to episode 7, but here we are. I'm not too superstitious, but 7 is a lucky number, and I do feel lucky that even with all that's going on, I still get to do my thing, even if only remotely. Before we go any further, I need to clarify something. My mom finally watched my videos. She loved them, of course, because she's my mother, but she did point out something confusing. I keep saying to make half your plate vegetables, but on the picture of my plate, the green section is only about a quarter. So let me explain. The USDA wants you to make half your plate fruits and vegetables, which is great. I'm okay with that. My emphasis on vegetables stems from the fact that most people just do not eat enough of them. So let's call it aspirational. First, while I love my plate in theory, I'm pretty sure most people do not put fruit on their plate. That's a side or dessert. Maybe it should be where the dairy is. Secondly, on average, vegetables give you the best nutritional bang for your calorie buck. So they're helpful with weight management. Make half your plate vegetables is just a practical shortcut. I'm definitely not against eating plenty of fruit too. In truth, the main thing you should note is that most of the plate is plant foods. With that cleared up, I hope, let's move on. Thanks to the coronavirus, we all know how to wash our hands. A recent poll confirms we are washing our hands twice as often as we used to. Most of us, 77%, and I hope everyone here to watch my videos, follow the 20-second rule. And 88% say they are likely to continue these hand-washing habits once this pandemic ends. That's great news for all germ protection. With clean hands, now, let's get to cooking. For overnight oats, you don't actually need to cook. You really just need 3 basic ingredients. Oatmeal. I used old-fashioned rolled oats, but you could also use instant. Just don't try it with steel cut. Milk, any type. Fruit, any type. If you're using a fruit that browns after cutting, like apples, bananas, or pears, you may want to hold off on them until you're ready to eat. I used frozen mixed berries. A clean jar with a lid is helpful, although you could use any type of clear glass, mug, or small bowl. Put your ingredients in a jar and stick it in the fridge. You don't even need 8 hours. I found that if I forget to do it the night before, I can put it together when I wake up, and it's ready by the time I am, in about a half an hour. If you use frozen fruit, it will defrost overnight to add a juicy and delicious flavor to your oats. You could also try other flavors, such as canned peaches and juice, pina colada with pineapple and coconut milk, or strawberry and Nutella if you want to get fancy. My friend Jessica was asking me about savory oats the other day. I told her that my dad used to eat his oatmeal with butter and salt. It got me thinking, so I decided to experiment. First, I tried with just frozen mixed veg, a little butter and salt. I stuck it in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, it was actually good. Then I decided to try some fresh vegetables. I had baby spinach and broccoli in my fridge. I was smitten. Personally, I think a little butter and salt is okay and really brings out the flavor. But I also tried using the butter seasoning we sometimes put on popcorn. That was fine if you really don't want the extra fat. I know we don't normally think of adding vegetables to breakfast, but I'm a fan of eating dinner leftovers in the morning, so this was not too unusual. But with this revelation, the humble oat could become breakfast, lunch, or dinner. With all this cooking at home, my recycling has been piling up. Some of these jars started to look really useful, and guess what? They were. Besides making overnight oats, I'm using them to store dried goods and leftovers. Labeling everything with a date and contents is a good idea, as it may be obvious to you what it is today, but who knows in a week. Unfortunately, from my poor minimalist husband, I now can't seem to let go of a single useful pot to put things in. So if you need some jars of your own, let me know. Next time, I might even show you how to grow your own food in them. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed my QED, quick, easy, delicious. See you next week.